Back to my channel, and today we will together solve the daily LeetCode problem. So for our today problem, we are given an array of colors which denote for the colors of an array of the balloons, and also we have the needed time to remove the balloons from the array. So our constraint in here is that like we want to make sure that two consecutive balloons have different colors. Okay, so how can we do that? And then in here, like another constraint in here, it means that like whenever we remove a balloon, and then somehow like we want to make sure that the removing time is like minimized, and the removing time is for each balloon is given by the needed time here. Okay, so in here, let's say that in here we have 3 and 4, right? And it means that the removing time of the blue balloon, this one and this one, is 3 and 4. So of course, like in this case, which one should we choose? And then we should choose the 3, right? And then it means what? It means that like we choose the one with the smaller value. Okay, so what if we have another balloon here? Let's say we have another 3 here, here, and then we choose be in the blue color. Yeah, it is like yeah, let me choose the blue. Okay, so it should be in blue color. Let's say that it has the removing time that is the 2. Okay, so how can we approach in this case? So obviously we still can see that like we will keep the balloon which has the maximum removing time, and then we will remove the rest of the balloons from here to here. It means that we will remove the balloon 2 and 3 in here, right? Okay, so how can we approach about the solution? Okay, so in here we can see that like we can simply just checking by using 2 pointers. So for the first pointer and the second pointers. Okay, so how can we do? Let's say that this one is the current one. This one is the current one, and this one is the previous one. Okay, so it means that the previous one will be initialized as if in here, let's say that we have the previous one. Let's say that whenever we like two consecutive value, which I mean two consecutive balloons, they are different in terms of the color, and then so somehow like we will set the previous value, I mean like previous time, for example. It means that it will be equal to 2, for example. And then so in here like let's say that we also have the time, right? The time, we will initialize the time for it. Okay, so in here like let's say the 2 and 3, right? Okay, so we approach the previous and current. It means that previously we have already visited this case and we initialize the previous t as 2, right? Okay, so this that case like current is 2. However, like for now we move our pointer one step forward, and then somehow like in here we will see 2 balloons, they are in the same color. And yeah, so in here like which balloon should we choose to be removed? Of course we choose the 2, right? So how can we know that which one should be chosen? And then so in here the time will be the mean between the previous t, right, and the current time, right? Let's say the current time in here so is like the 3. The current time is like the time for the current pointer. Okay, so I means that in here why that is the previous t, because of what? Because like in here we will update the previous t as the maximum between the previous t, right, and the current t. Okay, so in this case we always can retain the max value in the previous t. Okay, so that should be the previous t, right? Okay, one more step. Okay, so for now our pointer will be here, and then the previous and the current, that should be the current and this one should be the previous one, right? Okay, so for now with our logic in here, and then somehow like previous t is what? Previous t is the 3, right? Okay, so how can we do this step? So the time needed in here, that would be equal to the mean between the previous t, right? What is the previous t? 3, and the current t, that is the 4. So it means that in here the time will be added by 3, right? And how about the previous t? We will update it, right? That would be the max between the 3 and 4. So that is the 3. So that is the 4. So we can see that we always can keep the max value in the previous t. Okay, so let's make it become more clear when we do the coding. So I think that when, okay, so for now, let's say that we have the needed time that is equal to 0, and then like we have the previous color. Okay, so here like we will initialize with the first element in the array, that is the color 0, right? And also we have the previous time, I mean previous maximum time, so that is the needed time for in the 0. And then so okay, so for now we just need to iterate from 1, right? Because like we have already got the first element here, so we will start from 1. Length of colors. Okay, so after that like we will have the current color, which is equal to the colors I, right? And then so we have the current time, which is equal to the needed time, right? Okay, so in here like if what if the current color equal to the previous color, what should we do? So in here like we will get the needed time, I mean like needed time in here, that would be like plus we will add it up by the mean between the current time and the previous time. And then also we need to update the previous time to maintain the max, and here like that is the current time and the previous time. Okay, otherwise what if the current color and the previous color they are different? And then so yeah, okay, so we just need to update the previous color and like yeah, previous color, that would be the current color, and also the previous time that is equal to the current time as well. And then we just return the needed time. Okay, yeah, let's check. Okay, mean between the okay, so once, all right. Yeah, okay, so I think that most of people has the same solution as me. Yeah, so I think that this problem is not too difficult, but I mean like the way we the lesson we can learn from here is that like how can we maintain and how can we find the max value in an array of consecutive colors. For example, this one is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 or something. So how can we keep the maximum value, because it is needed for the future comparison. Yep, so I think that's all for our today problem, and thank you so much for watching my video, and see you next time.